It had been months since Emma lost the ability to walk. A tragic accident had left her paralyzed from the waist down, and while her body was healing slowly, her heart still struggled to adjust. Her husband, Daniel, had been supportive through the recovery, cooking her meals, helping her around the house, even learning how to assist with her therapy routines. From the outside, everything seemed fine, but something didn't sit right with her. Lately, Daniel had been acting distant. He still smiled, still kissed her goodnight, but there was something different in his eyes, like he was holding something back. Then, Emma started noticing a pattern. Every night after she went to bed, he would quietly slip out of the room and head to the garage. No lights came on, no sounds, just the slow, careful opening and closing of the door. At first, she thought maybe he just needed time alone, but as the nights passed, her curiosity grew into quiet unease. One evening, determined to find out what he was hiding, Emma wheeled herself silently down the hallway and waited near the door. She watched as Daniel once again tiptoed to the garage, unaware of her eyes following him. The air was thick with tension. Her heart pounded. What was he doing in there? Why all the secrecy? With trembling hands, she slowly turned the knob to the garage door, pushing it open just a crack. What she saw made her freeze in place, completely speechless. The garage was dimly lit by a single hanging bulb that flickered faintly, casting long shadows across the cluttered space. Emma's eyes slowly adjusted, and she could make out Daniel standing by a workbench, his hands carefully assembling something. Boxes and tools were scattered everywhere, but what caught her attention was a large, covered object near the corner. It looked like a motorcycle or maybe some kind of vehicle, but she couldn't be sure. Daniel didn't notice her presence. His focus was intense, almost reverent as he worked. Emma's mind raced. Why was he hiding this from her? Was it something dangerous? Or was it something he thought she shouldn't see? Her heart ached with confusion and a touch of fear. They had shared so much before her accident, so many dreams and plans for the future. Yet here he was, carrying a secret she couldn't understand. Memories of their life together flashed through her mind. Late-night talks, weekend trips, laughter in the kitchen. She wondered if the accident had changed everything for Daniel, or if there was something more beneath the surface. Emma wanted to believe in him, but the doubt gnawed at her. She hesitated, torn between wanting to confront him and fearing the truth might break her even more. The garage door creaked slightly as Daniel moved, and Emma's heart pounded louder. Whatever his secret was, it was about to change everything she thought she knew. Emma's curiosity pushed her to inch closer, trying to get a better look without making a sound. The object under the tarp was definitely a motorcycle, sleek, custom-built, with a deep, polished black finish that gleamed even in the low light. But it wasn't just any bike. Daniel was carefully adjusting something near the engine, his hands steady and practiced. The sight confused Emma more. Why hadn't he told her about this? Was this his way of coping, a secret passion she never knew about? As she watched, flashes of earlier conversations echoed in her mind. Daniel had been distant lately, distracted by phone calls he quickly ended when she entered the room. Sometimes he stayed out later than usual, claiming to need fresh air. Emma felt a knot tightening in her chest. Was he hiding more than just this bike? Could this secret be connected to why he seemed so withdrawn since her accident? At the same time, Emma's best friend, Lisa, had been pushing her to accept more help, encouraging her to trust Daniel. But now, doubts clouded those conversations. Emma wondered if she was the only one in the dark. What if Daniel's secret was a sign of something deeper, a struggle he was facing alone? The garage smelled faintly of oil and gasoline, but beneath that was something unspoken, a tension that made Emma's skin crawl. She knew she had to confront him soon, but the fear of what she might discover held her back. The night stretched on, and the secret in the garage felt heavier with every passing second. Emma's heart pounded as she took a hesitant step forward, the floor creaking softly beneath her. Daniel suddenly paused, sensing something wasn't right. He turned slowly, eyes narrowing as they met hers in the dim light. For a moment, silence filled the garage, thick and heavy, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath. Emma's mind raced, should she speak or retreat? The fear of what she might uncover battled with the desperate need for the truth. Daniel's face was unreadable, a mix of guilt and determination flickering in his eyes. He finally broke the silence, voice low but steady. "I wanted to tell you, Emma. I just didn't know how." His hands trembled slightly as he removed the tarp, revealing the motorcycle in full, a symbol of freedom, escape, and something Emma hadn't expected. Before she could process it, a sudden noise from outside shattered the moment. An urgent knock at the door, sharp and insistent. Daniel's expression hardened, alertness replacing vulnerability. "Stay here," he commanded quietly, moving toward the door with the agility Emma hadn't seen in months. Emma's pulse quickened. Who could be at the door? Was it someone connected to Daniel's secret? Or was her world about to shift in a way she never imagined? The tension in the garage thickened as she watched him open the door, revealing a stranger whose presence sent a chill down her spine. Whatever was about to unfold would change everything: her trust, their relationship, and the hidden truth behind Daniel's nightly trips to the garage. As Daniel opened the door, the stranger stepped inside, a tall man in worn clothes, his eyes scanning the garage with a mix of urgency and caution. Emma's breath hitched when she recognized the man. He wasn't a neighbor or a delivery person. He was someone from Daniel's past, someone whose presence instantly raised red flags. The tension in the room grew thick, like the calm before a storm. The man's voice was low but firm as he addressed Daniel. "You can't keep doing this alone. They're watching. We need to move now." Daniel's jaw tightened, and for a split second, Emma saw a flicker of fear that shattered the strong image she'd held onto. She realized this secret wasn't just about a motorcycle or a late-night escape. It was something much bigger, something dangerous. Emma's mind raced. Who was they? And why was Daniel involved in something that required secrecy and fear? She felt a chill run down her spine, wondering if her safety was at risk too. The stranger's words hinted at a hidden conflict Daniel had kept from her, a threat lurking just beyond their quiet life. Before Emma could ask, Daniel glanced back at her, conflicted but resolute. "You don't know what's coming, Emma. This changes everything." The garage suddenly felt like a cage, and Emma realized that the truth she had been chasing was far more complicated and dangerous than she ever imagined. Daniel took a deep breath, his eyes locking with Emma's as he finally opened up. "There's something I've been hiding," he said quietly. "Years ago, I got involved with some people who weren't exactly on the right side of the law. I left that life behind, but they never left me." The stranger nodded grimly, confirming that danger was closing in. Suddenly, the garage door rattled. Footsteps echoed outside, more than a few. The moment of truth had arrived. Daniel grabbed a small, hidden case from under the workbench, revealing weapons and documents, proof of his fight to protect their family from those who wanted him back in their world. Emma's heart pounded as she realized the gravity of the situation. With the stranger's help, Daniel moved swiftly, preparing to confront the approaching threat. As the bikers burst in, expecting an easy target, they were met with fierce resistance. Daniel's training and determination shone through, and one by one, the intruders were pushed back. When the dust settled, the house was quiet again. Emma looked at Daniel, finally understanding the weight he had carried alone. But just as relief washed over her, the stranger handed Daniel a phone, its screen lighting up with a message. "They know where you are." The danger wasn't over. Emma's eyes widened. This was just the beginning of a new battle, and now they had to face it together. After the shocking message, Daniel and Emma knew they couldn't stay in one place. But this time, they weren't alone. The stranger, whose real name was Alex, offered to help them disappear, using contacts from his own past to keep them safe. Emma felt a mixture of fear and relief. The man she thought she knew was far more complex and brave than she ever imagined. Over the next few days, the three of them worked together to cover their tracks. Daniel shared more about his past, the reasons he left, and the life he was determined to protect Emma from. Though the danger loomed, their bond grew stronger. Emma realized that love often meant standing beside someone through the hardest battles, even when the truth was unsettling. In the quiet moments between chaos, they found hope. The garage, once a symbol of secrets, became a place of planning and survival. Emma's strength as a paralyzed woman shone through, reminding everyone that courage comes in many forms. Daniel's past was a shadow, but it didn't define their future. As they prepared to face whatever came next, one thing was clear: secrets can tear people apart or bring them closer. For Daniel and Emma, it became the latter. Together, they were ready for the unknown, stronger than ever. This story reminds us that trust and resilience are powerful, even in the darkest times. And sometimes, the most unexpected truths reveal the greatest strength.